Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Post Route. I'm your host, W. Earl Kitchings, and this is a Christmas special edition of the Post Route because today we are going to give you the candidates who will be nominated towards becoming the 2023 BIP Memorial Trophy winners. We have six individuals who are our candidates that will move forward to being voted upon by our advisory council to be selected for this year's winner. The BIP Memorial Trophy is named in honor of former Florida A&M University quarterback Oliver Bip Joyce, who played at Florida A&M in 1959. However, he was tragically injured, and from that injury, he passed. He suffered the injury while playing defense in practice. He was hit by former outstanding running back Robert China Doll Perrymore in practice, which gave him a severe neck injury. From that time, he was hospitalized. And over that week that he was in the hospital, he had a chance to share some thoughts with Coach Jake Gaither about the fact that he had let the team down and he was going to come back stronger than ever. But he was really disappointed because the week that he got injured, the Rattlers were scheduled to play in Jacksonville, Florida, which was Joyce's hometown. Prior to that year, Oliver Joyce led the Matthew W. Gilbert Panthers to the first ever state championship game and won the state by a score of 14-7 that particular year, his last year as a senior, and went on to Florida A&M after that. So we felt in honor of him, who paid the ultimate price a player could ever play in this particular game, that we felt indeed it was our honor to honor Oliver Bip Joyce by giving our award the name the Bip Memorial Trophy, named in honor of Oliver Joyce. So we will be coming up with our nominations and our voting. And in January, we will announce the winner of the BIP Memorial Trophy for HBCU quarterbacks and the BIP Memorial Trophy for high school level quarterbacks. As you know, all of our quarterbacks that we talk about on this show and that we give you information about on this show are all Black quarterbacks. And their legacies are something that is our mission to make sure that these individuals and the stories and the histories and the legacies they have put down aren't ever forgotten. So we're going to go through our six candidates for the HBCU BIP Memorial Trophy for 2023 and give you some information about each one of these young men and let you have your own voting as to who you believe should be the 2023 BIP Memorial Trophy winner for HBCU quarterbacks. Our first candidate is from Grambling State University, Miles Crawley. His team went 6-5 this year in the SWAC. Crawley played in 11 games. He had 197 attempts on 328 attempts with 197 completions, 8 interceptions, 2,303 yards, and 16 touchdowns. He started in 11 games for the Tigers. His best game came against Hampton when he threw for 302 yards and 2 touchdowns. The redshirt junior finished the season with 2,233 total offensive yards and 22 touchdowns. Miles Grambling State University, and I'm sure the Tigers are looking forward to having him back for the upcoming season. Our next candidate, who has been at the top of our HBCU watch list for the last 3 weeks, plays at Benedict College, Aeneas Dennis, out of Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina. The team went 11-1. Dennis played in 12 games, 350 attempts on 220 completions, only 6 touchdowns. One of only 2 quarterbacks this year to throw for over 3,000 yards. He had 3,098 yards and 23 touchdowns. His hometown is Austell, Georgia. Dennis directed the Tigers of Benedict to another perfect regular season, going 11-0 before they played in the first round of the Division II playoffs, where they suffered their only loss of the season in the playoffs. He threw for 375 yards in that game and 4 touchdowns in the playoffs. However, they were not able to get by Lenore Ryan. The graduate student finished with 3,342 total offensive yards and 26 touchdowns. Aeneas Dennis, Benedict College out of Columbia, South Carolina. And our third candidate, probably never heard or hardly ever heard of this guy because he is so probably much off the radar that you wouldn't know about him. However, had a phenomenal season. Isaiah Freeman of Lincoln University in Lincoln, Pennsylvania. His hometown is Chester, Pennsylvania. Their team went 4-6. He played in all 10 games, but he had 151 completions on 264 attempts, 9 interceptions, 2,319 yards, and 25 touchdowns. Isaiah helped the Lions to one of their better years. They had been struggling for so many years, so that 4-6 record may not look good to many of us, but if you had been going 1 win and 9 losses for 4 or 5 straight years, 4-6 is a much, much, much improved team. So his best game came against Bluefield State, where he passed for 370 yards and 5 touchdowns. Freeman was named the CIAA Offensive Player of the Year and earned first team All-CIAA. The sophomore finished with 2,818 total offensive yards and 31 touchdowns. Those are our first 3 candidates for the 2023 BIP Memorial Trophy. Miles Crawley of Grambling out of Lithonia, Georgia, his hometown. Aeneas Dennis out of Benedict College from Austell, Georgia. And Isaiah Freeman of Lincoln University, his hometown being Chester, Pennsylvania. Those are our 3 candidates. We have 3 more to mention, but before we get to those next 3, we would like to thank the Anthony Lawrence Collection and the Anthony Lawrence Store out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for being a supporter and sponsor of the Post Route Show. We like to thank them for all that they do. If you are looking for gear, apparel for your particular HBCU, go to their website at anthonylawrencecollection.com and you will find some of the best apparel that you would ever want to wear in their store. That's the Anthony Lawrence Collection. Go to anthonylawrencecollection.com to find out more about what they produce, who they are, and how you can order your next outstanding apparel that you would want to wear for 2024 football, maybe 2023, 2024 basketball, and the spring sports in 2024. That's the Anthony Lawrence Collection. And also, we like to invite you to order the book, The Forgotten QBs, written by me. It is now on sale. You can go to our website at quarter5back.com, click on the icon, and you'll find how you can order the book, The Forgotten QBs, which gives you the little-known history, facts, and statistics about Black quarterbacks who played this game of American football from 1900 to 1990. You may wonder, well, why is it up to only 1990? Well, those are the ones you know the least about. So we wanted to make our first book about those guys who played while we start to work on our second volume of the Forgotten QBs. Now, I can't tell you when it's going to come out, but I know we're working on it and we'll have it out as quickly as we can. But until then, go to quarter5back.com and order your copy of the Forgotten QBs, written by yours truly, W. Earl Kitchens. Now we go back to our 2023 Quarter 5 Back Awards and the candidates for the 2023 HBCU BIP Memorial Trophy. The next 3 outstanding quarterbacks who are our candidates. We start with Jeremy Musa, Florida A&M University out of Tallahassee, Florida. He led the team to a 12-1 record, played in 13 games, and led the Rattlers to the 2023 Celebration Bowl Championship and the Black College National Championship that was held in Atlanta, Georgia on Saturday, December 16th. Musa finishes the season with 214 completions on 371 attempts, 10 interceptions, 2,893 yards passing, and 22 touchdowns. The graduate student is out of Chino Hills, California. He was in his second year playing at Florida A&M this year after transferring from Vanderbilt University. In 2023, Musa earned the SWAC Most Valuable or the Offensive Player of the Year award, and also earned first team All SWAC honors when he led the Rattlers to their perfect record in the SWAC. Again, he led the Rattlers to the national championship, and we hope to see him in the Legacy Bowl in January. He finished the season with a total of 2,994 total offensive yards and 24 touchdowns. Jeremy Musa, Florida A&M University. Our fifth candidate is Jaron Russell of Edward Waters University in Jacksonville, Florida. He led the team to a 6-4 record, playing in 10 games. He had 188 completions on 317 attempts, 9 interceptions, 2,768 yards, and 23 touchdowns. He hails from Grand Prairie, Texas. Russell, a graduate student at EWU, transferred from Alcorn State. Some of his highlights in 2023 was probably one of the most fascinating games and most exciting games on the year when he led the Tigers back to a winning touchdown with 2 seconds remaining in the game when he threw a Hail Mary pass that ended up in the hands of his top receiver, and they scored the winning touchdown. He is the first quarterback in school history to throw for over 2,500 yards. Russell finished the season with 2,842 yards offensively total and 26 touchdowns. He was named second team All SIAC. Jaron Russell, Edward Waters University. And finally, the young man who led our watch list for probably 85% of the season, an outstanding quarterback last year as a freshman, came back this year and replicated that at Allen University, none other than David Wright. Allen, as you know, is in Columbia. And for those of you who don't know, we spoke about Aeneas Dennis from Benedict. Now we talk about David Wright from Allen. Those two colleges are separated by a fence in Columbia, South Carolina. That's how close they are to one another. They are just that close. So here you had two outstanding quarterbacks within that kind of rock throw distance, ending up as candidates for our 2023 BIP Memorial Trophy. The Yellow Jackets finished the season with a 9-1 record. Wright played in 9 games, 378 attempts, 228 completions, 17 interceptions, 3,019 yards, and he threw 19 touchdowns. David hails from Tampa, Florida, and the Yellow Jackets finished 5th in the SIAC this year. He was the Box Row National Player of the Week after his 411-yard, 5-touchdown performance against Kentucky State, where the Yellow Jackets came back from a 23-point deficit in the fourth quarter. Now, when you got a quarterback like that who can throw the ball around and toss it, you've got a winning hand. David was named SIAC Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year to go along with that. He compiled 3,259 total offensive yards and 23 touchdowns. So there you have it, our 2023 candidates for the BIP Memorial Trophy for HBCU quarterbacks. Miles Crawley of Grambling State University, Aeneas Dennis of Benedict College, Isaiah Freeman of Lincoln University, Jeremy Musa of Florida A&M University, Jaron Russell of Edward Waters University, and David Wright of Allen University. Those are our candidates, and we look forward to letting you know who will be our winners in January when we make the final announcement for this year's 2023 BIP Memorial Trophy. We would like to say thank you to all of the players who played at HBCUs this past season. Each one of you are valuable to your teams, and each one of you made a valuable contribution. Although your season may not have ended like you wanted to, please know that your efforts on the field are truly treasured, especially when you are playing at an HBCU, because there is no other experience like the experience you get at an HBCU. So congratulations to the coaches, to the teams, to the assistant coaches, to the team managers, team doctors, team trainers, whoever had a part in making your season what it was, win, lose, or draw. It was outstanding simply because you put forth the effort and gave all you had whenever you got between the lines. So we like to congratulate and thank each and every one of you from the CIAA, the MEAC, the SIAC, and the SWAC for having another outstanding 2023 football season. We hope that you will join us again. We are going to bring you our not our HBCU. We're going to bring you our candidates for the high school level in about a week when we bring you our next post route show to give you those 10 individuals who could become the next I keep wanting to say HBCU, who could become the next BIP Memorial Trophy winner for high school students. As you know, last year, the 2022 winner for HBCUs was Shadur Sanders, and the high school winner was Prentice Air Nolan out of Langston Hughes High. So congratulations to all the young men at the high school level. We will bring you those names at our next show. We hope that you continue to follow us here on the Post Route every Monday at 7 p.m. on YouTube. For my director and producer, Miss Ronleen Kennedy, and for all of our subscribers and viewers, we wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And thank you for being a part of the Post Route Show and the Quarterfive Back family as we continue our mission of preserving the legacies of Black quarterbacks. Until next time, have a great day and always look for the deep one.